starts recording right away, then I can see myself on the front.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing here?
All right, so me and John's holding the camera right now. We drove about an hour and a half from where we live, picking up another A8. But I'll probably wait until we get back from here. I'll probably wait till tomorrow. I'll give you guys an overview on why I got this car and all the goodies that it came with and why it was such a good deal. So, yeah. Alright, what's up guys? I don't know what section this video is going to be, or this part of the video is going to be in the video, but just got the new catalytic converter and all the clamps that I need. I just spent the last like hour trying to cut this rusty thing off. If you look under here. Yep. I had to cut this off because whoever stole the cat cut it right before the flange, because the flange is rusty as shit, and it took me all this time to cut it off, but I got it off. So I'm going to sand that down, drill out the holes so the new ones can line up, the new bolts, and then put on the new one. I already got this clamp on because the other one was rusted to shit, so now it's on there good. But yeah, exhaust first, and then I got the oil change stuff, so I'm going to change the oil, do the trans flush and the rear diff service, and then she should be good to go. I might check the spark plugs, but probably not going to change those right now. Money is running low. Just bought brakes for the S4, and they're on the floor right there. Got brakes, got a whole bunch of other stuff for the S4. So more S4 stuff coming up, because soon as this A8 is done, then I'm going to start daily driving the A8, and the S4 will be like my weekend car. I'd only take it out when I plan on doing a little bit of Mexico trips or to the drag strip. But yeah, that's just to keep the miles down on that car. But yeah.
2 weeks later.
Alright guys, so this video is actually the span of like a month's period, like time period. So I'm gonna just give you guys an update. So if you guys didn't pick up the drift, I got the S4 back there. Boom. Still drive it or whatever. Then I have the A8 in front of me, the first one I got on the channel, and then I'm in the current A8, right? So I've actually been daily driving this car for the last like week and a half or so. I did get the exhaust fixed, so now it's nice and quiet. It runs good. No check engine lights. Did a coolant temp sensor. Did the oil change. Did the trans service. Pretty much that's it. Then I switched the wheels out, so I forgot that I didn't have hub-centric rings. So I put the old Anvis wheels, or Avis, whatever you want to call them. I put the Avis wheels on, and they look pretty good on this car, but I hate the fucking wheel gap, to be honest. Hate the wheel gap, but yeah, the car's running good, looking good. It's not bad. Not bad at all. But yeah, she runs and drives great. But there is a problem I had to address, which is fairly common on these cars, I found out. There came a point in time where after a rain or anything, right? So after it rained, I'd get in the car, start driving, I'd hear water slushing back and forth, kind of in the center console area, like right here. I was like, all right, not a big deal. But then lo and behold, it was flooding back here. Like, it was flooding my floor mats, and it was all coming out of the vent right here. It was all coming out of this vent, and it was just flooding this on both sides. So what did I have to do? I had to take the floorboards out, the carpet and everything, and then you take off this side piece on the center console, and this orange piece right here, when you take this down, this is the AC drain. So this was clogged up, it was dirty on the inside of here. It was all dirty and stuff, and I guess it's common for those to get clogged up. And yeah, so I just cleaned those out. I drained all the water. There's a lot of water. I drained it all out and took an air compressor gun, blew it out, and then underneath where this drains to, so this drains out like right above the trans tunnel. I mean, right above the transmission in the trans tunnel, underneath the car. So I just made sure that it was blowing straight through and nothing was gunked up at the bottom of those. So I did that, so I should be good. But yeah, and I'm thinking, since I do have these out, you know, the floorboards out, I might as well start disassembling this car. I might actually still drive this one and then disassemble this car, because actually I don't think I mentioned it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black interior that is literally so clean in this car. I'm going to take everything that you see in this car and throw it into that car, because that cream color ain't doing it for me whatsoever. It's like not cream, I should call it gray, tan, whatever, and it's like filthy as hell. So it's all gunked up yet again. I don't know when's the last time this car's been detailed. I personally haven't detailed it. I know that if I were to detail it, I could make this car look pretty damn good, but really it's not worth my time, because I know that eventually I do want a black interior, so I know I'm going to be pulling everything from that car into this car. So I just haven't cleaned it because it's not bothering me. I gave it a light vacuum, but obviously it's still dirty. Not worrying about it too much, but yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go get the keys, then we could go for a little drive with this and we can talk more about it. Alright, let's start this bad boy up. Alright, so she is on the ramp, so I gotta back her down. Alright, now that I'm on the road, as I said before, I've been driving this car for about a week and a half, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the way it drives, I love the way it handles. By no means, this is not a sports car. This is not the S4. The S4 feels planted, feels quick, feels like locked down to the road, and the driving experience is totally different than this. Obviously, the S4 being a brand new car, not brand new, but you know, newer as in this millennia. But the other thing about this car is, you know, it's a big body luxury car. It's a boat. So for what it is, how big it is, how heavy it is, and the power plant that is moving this thing, it feels good. Probably my new favorite car. Even though I love the S4, this is definitely my favorite car. Do plan on modifying it, and hopefully the way I modify it does not ruin too much of the driving experience. I'm not gonna exactly talk about what I plan with the car, because there's a lot of stuff I want to do to the S4 first, and I don't want to rush myself or get too ahead of myself. And you know, it takes time to build a car the way you really want it, instead of just rushing to put it all together. I really don't want to do that. So I'm gonna take my time with this one. This car deserves the love that it needs. I'd rather tackle a whole bunch of maintenance on this car before I do anything to it, because as I said before, this is a 20-plus-year-old car, and there's probably a lot of things that the previous owners did not touch that need to be touched. Suspension, just every nut and bolt underneath the car. It was a Minnesota car pretty much its whole life, and now it's a Wisconsin car. So there's a lot of things that I could and just check to make sure that the car runs good and that it can last the whole time that I own it. I don't ever really plan on selling this car, because one, they're not worth that much. Well, they could be worth a pretty penny if they're manual swapped, which I got parts for that. I'm gonna show you in a minute. But yeah, I don't know. I like this car a lot. I don't know exactly what I want to do with it, but for now, it's gonna be the new daily. All right, I don't mean to ramble, but sometimes I don't know what to say. I just really love that car. Love the way it drives. But back to the manual swap, what I was talking about. Boom. I have hella parts. Okay, so this is a new trans service kit. But and these are what do you call it? A roof rack, 2 extra headlights right here. Run one, but then in this box, bam, I want to pull it all out. Let's see if I can just open it up. Ooh. There we go. You see the 3 pedals, I know you do. In that box contains the pedals, the axles, the trans mounts, then for 01E, and then yeah, the clutch sleeve. Yeah. So that's pretty much it that I need for the swap. I do need to pick up a I think it's called a 4.1 or a 4.2 diff that comes from whatever car I pull the OE1 from, or the 01E. Whatever car I pull the 01E from, I have to pull the rear diff with it, just so the gearing's right. And then I have to either send off or try to find online a drive shaft, just an extended drive shaft. And those are the only 3 things that I need. Once I pick up those 3 things, I'll be all right. I'll be good to go, because I already have the ECU that has the 6-speed or the 034 Motorsports chip in the ECU, just so you know, it reads the clutch, the input, and everything. So I don't have to do any of that. I could just, you know, swap them out and it'll work. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. Not a whole bunch to talk about these cars, but that's the rundown. That's the plan for now, is just to daily drive that one, the clean one. I'm gonna daily drive that one, start pulling apart the interior on this one, and then start swapping them over little by little, because I still want to drive that car. If I had like 3 days of nothing to do, where I can just come out here and take apart both cars and then swap them, it'd probably only take me that long. It'd probably take me a day to pull apart each of them, and then another day to put everything back together. So I could probably get it done in a weekend, but I do not have the time to have a weekend off and do that. But yeah, so probably soon after this video, I'll probably end up filming it today, but soon after this video, S4 content. I got the brakes on the S4, the car's running good. I think the wheels might be off balance just a little bit, but I'll go get that checked out. But other than that, the car runs great. I'm excited. I still have not put in the high pressure fuel pump. I will get that done, but I'm not going to talk too much about the S4. Stay tuned for next video. Gonna be filming it today, but yeah. Thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully you stayed all the way to the end. Sorry for rambling too much. There will be more doing videos than talking head videos, hopefully soon. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you watching. Peace. Till next video.